Murphy and Dittenhaver, and Shaw Contract. Doric sponsors Blue Ocean, Structura, and WBCM. And of course, thank you to all of our annual sponsors. This series would not be possible without you, so thank you very much. And now, we'd like to welcome and introduce today's speaker, David Garcia Martinez of DawOffice. He is joining us from Barcelona, 6 hours ahead of us here in Baltimore in Eastern Standard Time. David Garcia Martinez is an architect born in Barcelona. He received his degrees in architecture from the Escuela Técnica Superior de Arquitectura La Salle. He is currently working on his PhD dissertation on the topic of aggregative distributions developed by Arne Jacobson. He worked as head of international projects in the well-known Spanish studio Martinez La Peña Torres Arquitectos, and subsequently founded another firm with his colleague. At the same time, in 2006, together with economist Tarek Al-Mazar, he founded C Global Advisory, a consulting firm specializing in architectural projects. He currently heads the architectural firm DawOffice, founded in 2010. During the studio's colorful trajectory, he delved into social architecture, which led him to create the Foundation in collaboration with other design professionals. The Foundation's mission is to solve social problems in developing countries through design and architecture. He also teaches architecture at the Escuela Superior de Arquitectura La Salle and the Escuela Técnica Superior de Arquitectura de Valles. Before we hand it over to David to present, we'll just let you know we will have a question and answer session at the end of the lecture. So please use the Q&A box, the Zoom Q&A box, to submit any questions that you have for David. And now I'll pass it off to David. Thank you, David.
Okay, thank you, Kelly, for introducing me. I'm not fluent like you in English, but I will try with my Spanish accent. I'm going to share the screen. Let me see if I can do it. Well, yeah. Can you see the screen?
Yes, it looks great. Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you for inviting me to this lecture series. I'm glad to be here. This conference, it's called Cooperating Through Design. We are a architectural studio based in Barcelona, as you said, and in 2014, we made a trip we traveled to Senegal, and then we started something which is cooperation. And I want to explain this project through the trip that we made and how we start cooperating through design, through architecture. Our studio is very transversal. We are involved in several different projects, and we try to face every project from a very local point of view. So from public spaces through residential buildings, public facilities. You can see that every project is completely different. We approach in different ways. For instance, this is the first house of Gaudí that we restored and we converted in a museum, in a house museum or museum house. Also, all other urban designs, like one in Aledo, which is in the south of Spain, which is a wellness village. Other one in Brazil, or a theme park in China, which is the Messi Experience Park, which is the theme park around the figure of Lionel Messi, the Barcelona football player, sorry. Yeah, and the project that I want to pass through, it's a project which is located in Senegal. Everyone knows where is Senegal. This is the shape of Senegal, which is like a profile of a lion face, more or less, facing to the left, no? And then you see empty space inside of the country. This empty space is this area that you can see here. Sorry, I am seeing myself here. Yeah, okay. The empty space that you have seen before, it's Gambia, the other country. So this circumstance, it's very important to understand the underdeveloped area where we were working, which is the southern area. So the capital is Dakar. It's more or less in the middle of the country, but Gambia always appears like a border. So every resource, it's difficult that the resources gets to this area. In the town is Chonkesil. Chonkesil, it's very close to a huge mangrove, which is the mangrove at the end of the river, the Casamance River. The area it's called Casamance, and this is the river and all this irrigation, no, from every part, which is the mangrove. Chonkesil is here, this red point. So the main road that comes from Gambia passes to this area and goes to Ziguinchor, which is the big city, the bigger city here in this area. Then the Chonkesil is placed in a loop of a secondary road, so nobody passed through this town, this village, and also it is obviously a handicap for the development of the economic development of the town. When we see the pattern of the town, we see that in the 90s, someone in the town designed a new urban plan to gather all the settlements that they were spread in the region, and then they put everyone together in the same place. It seems like Manhattan, no? I mean, it's a very square pattern, and it's very close to the rice fields, where are obviously very close to the wet areas, which is the mangroves that you can see here. This is important, and you will see why later. The project is based on the study of the local needs, obviously, but we made 3 trips to find out before the designing the needs that we would able to, we would able the new project, and then the architects, from my point of view, approaches projects or cultures from the drawings, no? So this is some of the almost comics that we draw in our notebooks, and it's the way that we approach the culture, the Senegalese fight here, the vernacular architecture, everything that we bump into during the trip. and it's the way to be more local, no? So the first thing that we made is make these 3 trips there, and obviously the research about the population needs, and we realized it under the first study that we did, that from the point of view of the number of schools and the grades, we have the blue spots are primary schools, and then they only had 1 secondary school. Then almost 2,400 students from primary school, we only have place for 1,200 in secondary school, which means that half of them had to be disconnected from their families because they need to go to other villages or to other cities to study, and then obviously it was a problem for the in some cases for the continuity of the scholarship, no, because not every family had the economy to do that. And then we decided to construct a school because the lack of places, it was very clear, and we we talked with the population, and we placed they gave us a plot, which is here, and we decided here because we could make better distribution of the students of in the 2 corners of the city. And obviously the other thing that we were very focused in is studying the vernacular architecture that we found there. The vernacular architecture, well, you can see some pictures here. It's this kind of earth houses with straw roofs, very, very common in all over Africa, no? And also the impluvium, which is the same shape, but in a shape of in a floor plan, as a donut, no, and then with a patio inside that works very well. But also how they distribute or artificially how they manage the fields in order to have rice very close to the river. And yeah, so from this point of view, we try to be very local, no, to be very, because vernacular architecture, if you see the name in Latin, it's vernaculus. Vernaculus means what belongs to the area, no, what is homemade, no. So if it's architecture, it means that you are using materials that are in your very close surrounding area, no? And then yeah, this is something that it's like an axis for this design. So we started from this point. This is the plot. You can see the density of the construction in Tionquesil. We were obviously drawing every corner in every house is drawn by us, and then we try to more or less repeat the pattern in another direction, orientation, but try to be local in that point of view. This is the plot. The limits of the plot is almost 2 hectares of area, and then we realized that the trees that we had there, they were amazing, no? I mean, and from culturally, the people of the region gather under a shaded area, which is under a tree, to decide the important things in the town. No, I mean it's a place, an outdoor space under the shade of a tree to design the future of the village. No, it's a place for knowledge. And then we decided to create a modular system. Well, I create 6 meter per 11 meter, and place outdoor spaces like squares that could be the playgrounds of every grade in the school. So we assure that the playground was going to have a shadow, no? In order to, yeah, it's the place, the outdoor area for the socialization of every grade. So then we could like put every grade classroom, no, surrounding this area. Regarding the modular system, you can add some more classrooms if you have the need, and then the set of playgrounds and grades are also with, and well, this is the common classrooms, the XL classrooms that are the library and a multi, well, it's like it's the foundation classroom, also toilets, and then the football, the sports field that it's in this area. So all the set of playgrounds and squares are as a fractal organism surrounding the central space. So we tried obviously to take profit from all the shadows, no, that we had in the plot, preserving obviously the nature. Also the shape of the limits, try to avoid cut any trees and create exterior area for the welcoming of the students. And this is a longitudinal and cross section. You can see the relationship between the playgrounds, different playgrounds, no, through these bowls that you can see here. This is the shape of a bowl of the classroom. This is very important because the structure of this bowl is made from the earth that we have in the plot. So this earth, the soil, no, under 30 centimeters, that where you don't have any organic material, it has like 30% of clay. So if you mix, everyone knows that if you mix clay with water, you have the molecules between the clay, the clay molecules stick together. So it's a very good material, a local material that we could use for the construction, but under a structure that has to be in a compression. That's why we design this catenary shape, that every point of the structure is under compression. So the shape of the building appears when you know the material that you are going to work with. Well, this is a zoom where you can like join together different classrooms or a single classroom, double, triple, whatever you need. And there's a grid that we were So yeah, as I said, we are architects and we didn't know anything about cooperation. So we gathered some friends, architects, as a volunteers that after fundraising in a jazz club here in Barcelona, we tried to make a jazz concert to have the money to construct the first prototype, the first classroom. No, this is important for us because we were inviting, we were researching in these construction systems. So we need to understand if during the rainy season, which is a heavy 3 months of rain, if the building it was going to have a good life, no? I mean, then this is one of the architects trying to put the meter in order to place the foundation. Obviously, it was very hard, and then we talked with the population, and they know very well how to do it. They are very accustomed to do it, and yeah, it's here you can see one from Real Madrid and one from Barcelona, so they work together. So it's a good example of cooperation. And then we started to making the foundations. This is the hole for the foundations of one part of the ball. You can see that the auxiliary tools that we had was here, like a tire. Yeah, and then everything was very manual. We are right now in another project that we are trying to avoid the use of cement completely, but in the first prototype here we mixed the materials. Even the brick has 8% of cement just to stabilize the brick, the earth brick. And then, well, we started to make the construction. Obviously, to construct a bulb like this, that it's open in 2 phases, you need a substructure. And yeah, we draw the shape, the catenary shape in the ground or in the floor. And then we started to construct this substructure. And we prepared like a seminar with all the masons of the big layers of the village surrounding, in order to show them how to construct something from the same in one shape with the same material, no? And then yeah, this is some of the moments of the construction. Here you have the bricks, the earth bricks. It's compressed clay bricks, and in this prototype we use the earth from a quarry, because we were analyzing the properties of the soil after. Yeah, the rest of the project, it was constructed under the earth that we take from the excavation in the plot. And this is some of the first lines of the construction. Some people from Barcelona that are experts in bulb constructions. And then here you start seeing that appears some pieces, wood pieces that can transmit the wind loads of the roof to the batteries. Well, this is a sunset. We plan to make every part, because every part of the bulb, no, because there are several pieces, no, to construct like the complete channel, no, of the bulb. But no, we plan to finish in one day. So after the first sunset, we couldn't finish. So we saw this the second day from the half of the bulb, and then step by step. Second day we finish with artificial light and put the key piece is the last piece, that the brick that you put in the center, in the upper part, just to move down the substructure, this framework, and then move it to in this case to the right. Here you start seeing these pieces that are going to support the roof, and also this zipper shape, no, like a zipper, like we just to join every part of the bulb. So every arc. This is, well, we always there in Senegal, in this rural area, we used to eat in the floor with the workers, and normally they work, they eat directly like this volunteer through, well, with the hands, and we introduce the spoon. But here this image is interesting to see that in the houses they have these recycled tiles that they grab, and then they use for the houses. And it's important because it's going to appear in the project also. It's something that you can see in the modernism movement, architectural movement here in Barcelona, Gaudí, etc. But obviously it's not. It's something that it wasn't invented by Gaudí. It's something that comes from Africa, as almost everything. And here we started to do the framework of the structure of the wooden structure of the roof. You can see this, and then also the flooring with the same material. And here you can see what we were trying to achieve, which is this transparency, this depth of view, no, through the building. You can see this huge tree, which is in the playground, in the future playground for the students of this grade. And we started constructing the facades. The facades are also joined to the structure that is outside, so the roof structure. So everything is working together, because we cannot work transmitting tractions or flexions, no, tractions to the bulb, because the bulb has to lay without external forces and this is the finishing. It's a lattice facade that you can still see from the interior the trees and the exterior area. So one of the goals of the project is blurry the limits from the exterior and the interior. And also here, this is a wooden piece, which is like it's like an abacus, a wooden abacus, in order to distribute the loads, the wind loads from the roof in order to avoid piercing the bulb, no? So some of the volunteers here, and then we made inauguration. Like we took students from the other secondary school, and then it was a proof test to see if they like it or not, and how they manage the web. And obviously we spent 3 months under the rain to see if the construction it was properly designed. The stabilized brick is something that it works very well in a compression. As you can see, this is after the rain season, and you can see it because before it was dry, and after 3 months it's very, very green. And the metal sheet on the roof, it's just a protection. I mean, it's like umbrella that you use for the rainwater or for the sun, and provides protection to the roof, and also ventilation, no, because the sun is not like laying on the bulb, it's laying on this roof. Regarding that, the temperature inside is 4 degrees below the exterior. And then we started the real project, because we realized that it worked, and then we can make 24 more classrooms for 500 students. We start removing the plants and making improvements in everything. So that's why we started making this prototype, and also in the substructure, because we need 3 substructures to put in parallel at the same time the construction of different valves. And this is the work. And this is some analysis from the earth, from different profundities. And then we mix it with water, and then we see if we start testing the cohesion, no, the structure of the clay, to see the strength of the brick. Is the bricks is just mixed with 8% of cement, so it's very sustainable, and also it's from the spore field, no? So the carbon footprint it's almost zero, because you extract from the hole that you make to do the stands for the spectators, no, of the spore field. You have enough material to construct these valves. So we transfer the very natural material in an artificial shape, and the shape becomes from the strength of the material. Well, here you can see that there is transparency. You can see trees, across the facades, and obviously from the interior also. And we started, in DawOffice. In DawOffice, we planned something, but we changed a lot of things, because we are continuously thinking and how we can improve the project. And then we start playing in how we can have more natural light in the library, for instance, because it's a XL, extra large module. It's a double module. Here you have a triple classroom, and also Yeah, several friends from the design field, like from furniture design, interior design, yeah, product design, also artists that are from Barcelona started to make fundraising for the project to pay the project, the construction, and then some of them are members of the board of the foundation. One is Mark Morrow, that is this person, the white one, and Lamin, which is the carpenter, the local carpenter. And then we designed the furniture for the school, and then started an atelier bois, which is a wood warehouse, no, or workshop for this magnificent person. And then yeah, it's Mark Morrow. It's with a saw, carpenter saw, and he's with a machine that we bring to go quicker. Hagamos Escuela. It's the slogan of this project, because it's like let's make a school, which means for us, above all in Spanish, we're going to construct a school, but also we were going to create a school. We are going to transmit knowledge to the local people, teach them and learn from them, no? And in the symbioses and in this match between cultures and knowledges, local and external, appears this project, no? And here some pictures. Yeah, this is the school finished. Yeah, and here you can see this is the first classroom. You see here, this is the tree that we were seeing before, and the playground. Every playground has a canal, which is a harvesting system that brings all the water from the roof and from the rain into a tank that we can reuse for the toilets and for watering the garden and the trees and everything. And we put some benches in the construction of the canals that become like something which is an electrical register for each square. And from here you can see the profundity, the depth of view, no? Of views, that you can see almost the end of the plot. So it's something that we were very, very focused. It was one of the axes of the project, the transparency, you know, of everything. And also here you can see that if you make some transformation in this roof and this roof, you can build another vault. So these two separate classrooms could be a triple classroom. The insides of the building of every class is very, very very easy. You can see this is the library where the books. We put some fabric. Some fabric for the reverberation for the echo. And well, this is another classrooms, which is a triple one, which has informatics, biology, and the common areas or common classrooms from all the grades. And we changed the shape of the lattice. We made it vertically because we need more protection for the rain and for the dust or the sand that is very common in Africa when the wind is blowing. And here you see these students. The school was made for them, and they are very, very happy to be there. So, and in the meantime, we realized that it was impossible to work with some of the workers because they don't know how to cut a piece of wood. They don't know how to weld a metal piece. No, it was very, very difficult. And then we create this atelier. We buy for the furniture, no, for the production of the furniture for that computer that I introduced before. And this is the more or less the warehouse made through the same basis of the same construction, no, same materials more or less. It's 25 meters per 12 meter, 24 per 12, without any pillar. Everything it's made in wood and very well ventilated. A warehouse where we produce all the furniture. And yeah, obviously this is not something made from my studio. It's something made from a lot of people, architects, engineers, volunteers from Barcelona and Europe, and also from America. Passed through this project more than 100 volunteers, architects, engineers. Also Javier Mariscal, which is a very well-known artist in Spain. They made a fundraising and try to teach the students in artistic lectures. And also we made, this is in the foundation classroom, that we these people from Spain that works with how to transform aliments, goods, how to play with food in order to have more. This is the family of furniture. And also we try to make a festival, an art festival in Chonquesil in the school, in order to mix the knowledge from Europe and so five artists from Europe and 5 artists from Senegal. They were together during 1 week with people and students and made different things from sculpture to films this is more or less the work that we try to do, which is to try to continue to exchange because this project is based on the exchange of knowledge between people in Senegal and people from Spain in this case. And I would like to put a very quick video. Let me see if I can put it and you can hear very well.
We like to speak of this project as a journey into learning and understanding, with promise and passion. The project is really the journey itself, where knowledge evolves. And it's in the present, in every moment of the journey, that creativity appears. Building to learn is the motto of the project, involving not only building a school, but rather the transfer of knowledge. Our foundation transmits building techniques, unfamiliar ones, the groundwork for tools to build a better present.
C'est un projet capital pour toutes les populations de Thionckassil et du Blouf en particulier.
architecture, as a product of emplacement, springs from the contact with a culture and society different to our own. In the symbiotic encounter of knowledge and cultures, we find the core of inspiration. The design of the module, like an inverted catenary, grasps the feel of line and shape of local traditions, embracing the central flow and movement of the curve.
C'est pourquoi nous avons pensé qu'il est vraiment nécessaire de créer, de construire un deuxième CM à Thionkesil pour désengorger le CM qui existe déjà.
The vault of every classroom is built with blocks of compact clay, moulded on the site itself, and the mechanical resistance of the materials configure the shape of the school. And by integrating local raw materials and traditional building methods with modern construction techniques, we achieve an architecture both efficient and sustainable.
Quand ce projet est arrivé, nous l'avons accueilli à bras ouverts. Nous souhaitons que la coopération continue. Il ne faut pas qu'on s'arrête là. Nous souhaitons que ça continue.
This is not a charity project. It's a quality one. This journey isn't just for ourselves. It isn't just for Thionkesil. It isn't just for you either. It's not a project just for a better future. It's a project to build a better present. Help us build it together.
Yes. Well, that was all.
Great, thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great. Thank you, David. That was such a lovely project and very impactful, it seems. We do have a lot of questions that have come through. So to start us off, can you talk about how the project was funded?
Sorry, let me put it.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Are you
Can you
talking
talk about how the project was funded? We have a few minutes for questions, so.
The project was funded because we make a trip. Funded. Okay. Completely private from different events, like as we were talking, like from the artists, from all the friends that we have here in Spain. We make fundraising during 4 years or so, and then we had the money to do that. But also the key thing is that we manage everything from volunteers that were there on site. We construct, we pay the materials, we pay the salaries, everything, and then was no, yeah, it was very cheap in this case.
Oh, great. So how long was the timeline of the project from start to finish?
We started designing in 2014, 1 year. In 2015, we construct the prototype. 2016, 17, 18, and 19, we construct the entire school. So yeah, 6 years. Yeah.
That's great.
Our fundraising capacity was very, very low because everything was private from private field. So yeah, step by step.
Great. And so how did you choose this place in Senegal?
Yeah, it was it was this travel, this trip that I made, and then I realized it was the first time I was in Africa in my entire life in this area of Africa, and then I was stunned for the culture, all the things that I lived there when I was, and then yeah, I realized that there were a lot of lacks, and then we have the tools to change something there, no? And then this was the starting point.
Okay, great. We have a few more questions, a few more minutes. Was there a local government review and approval process there?
Well, from the government, it was very, very welcome because we make a contract with them, an agreement that we need from them to help us in some way, like cutting the bushes, the bushes, I don't know, the plants and everything, or taking care of the volunteers that were living there every 3 months, three architects with the families, and then we just construct the school and then give to the government to make the management of it's a public school, and then obviously they were very open to start the process. It's been very, very hard. You could imagine if a project is difficult in every place, no? Imagine in Africa with these resources and with another culture, it's a lot of things to understand. But we did it on the fly.
Well, you did very well. It's a beautiful project. Maybe just 2 more questions. So we have one from one of the attendees. With the many openings for ventilation, does that impede the acoustics?
It's a quiet area, and then from the acoustics, you have this reverberation a bit, but once we put the furniture, the students inside, and also these fabric curtains, everything absorbs very well this reverberation, and then it's very, very peaceful, no? Because the only thing that you are hearing is the birds, no? The birds or the trees moving from the wind. I mean, it's very, very tranquil. It works.
That's good. That's great. Okay, maybe one last question. Are you planning on any other schools in Senegal or any other projects of this type?
Yeah, we continuing with the same line, no? We are trying to construct, we already designed a TV center, training center in this same village for the government also, and to give them continuity, not only to do bachelor, to do something that creates local economies, no, for them, and then which is the important thing there. And also we are working in Namibia in a shelter home for some kids that are abused, and in other projects, but we don't have we don't have the time to do everything. So we are like with these two projects.
That's great. It's exciting. One more question to come through. So it's from an attendee. This is a truly fascinating project. Bravo. A totally immersive process, and the results speak for themselves. It's a gem. Is there one teacher per classroom? And do the students walk from classroom to classroom or stay in one classroom all day?
Well, as I said, yes. Well, there is a professor, no, for every classroom, and also, yeah, they have like in third degree grade, no, in the course, no, they have 4 classes, and then every student has their own class, no, and also we have the common classrooms, that is biology, informatics, the library, that they can share and be there. Yeah, so yeah, they are moving around the whole area, so it's very good because normally the shape of the buildings in cooperation in the schools that they used to construct there is like a U, like a U in with a patio, and everybody is in the same patio, no? in the same playground. And here you have spaces for socializing with the students that are from your same age, and also other places that the like the sports fields or the central playground that people from different. So the creation of these outdoor spaces is one of the most important things, because you have a corner, no? When you're children, every one of us was children before, and then were children, and then you need sometimes to be in a corner with some friends, no, and not to be with everyone. So this modular system of outdoor spaces create or permits that, no? And yeah, I think it works very well. Everyone is invited to go. Just send me an email, and you are very invited to go.
Yeah, I would love that. That's great. Okay, so I wanted to thank you again so much for presenting. We're really happy to have you join us and participate in the lecture series this year. And then I'd just like to remind everyone that our next and final lecture is on May 4th. So thank you all for joining us for the spring lecture series today, and we appreciate your support as we continue virtually. We hope to see you all in person soon. And thank you again, David, for your great presentation.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Yep, everyone have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.